all that we have, oh, ever time, oh.
Land that we love, our Sierra Leone. And so we go start with program proper. If today na the first time you dey listen to we, whenever you hear that tune, you know say it's time for Fumble Talk. Now the time we dey come put na table, all waiting to happen in Sierra Leone during the week. And you yourself for the listen, get opportunity for call inside the program and contribute on the topic where we dey discuss. Without wasting any time, I want to welcome my panelists them on board, make them tell Fumble Lemadu. And to you, Senesi Brema, you can tell Fumble Lemadu.
Fumble Lemadu, una kusha una kabo, ni Senesi Brema una user contributor to this program. I be on the Paris, and today I be right in the city, right in the heart of Paris. Thank you.
Okay, on behalf of Fambulem, we want to tell you a kushe, a kabo, and wish you Merry Christmas. Yes, and we go make Harun Rashidin from New York. Himself go introduce himself and tell Fambulem Adu.
Well, how everybody, hello, welcome to the program again with another edition of it. Welcome this Saturday, whoever you day. Welcome. We hope say we go join, we go participate. We look forward to that. Welcome everybody.
Okay. And me where they host the program, me self they try for welcome una, me na Abraham Almamia Kemta, but most people know me for AAA. And we go get to other panelists and we go to join us with the carry on.
Tony, don't join no.
Okay, well Tony, you can tell Fambule Madusa.
Hello?
Yes, you can tell Fambule Madu.
Yeah, Fambule, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're listening. We from me and Tony Tuwejos from Master Associates.
Okay, thank you very much, guys, and we tell you thank you and welcome you back on board. And on behalf of Fambulem, I tell you a kushe. That's how we go start the program proper today. What we can always do at the start of the program, we can come and go through the week, the things that way happen in Salone during the week, and these now the thing that way happen in Salone from the last time we will be there to now. We see a press release we being come out, we will be launching 14-month salary to subvented agencies them and off-budget agencies and state-owned enterprises them. What does that mean? Government through the Ministry of Finance get for pay some debts them will be done accumulate from last regime, and some of them debts are not be even in at the budget. But this particular government actually say 13 months salary then go pay. As I can always say, make sure say you the following make sure say you the follow we on Facebook and also we website, because then they go give you opportunity. Most of them here we can come and discuss here, even if na YouTube. Definitely you go get opportunity for the listen and you don't soak inside you better one before we come for can't talk now like a today waiting don't go on. We also see during the week President's Bureau be engaged heads of parastatals them and commissions and call for the support for the government program them. It be gather all them people here where they na different stakeholders, the ministries them na Salone, and then say make them talk. And on Sunday, past Sunday, I be make a request last Saturday say I go definitely play the documentary them, because we remember last Saturday we be talk about two brothers that will be so desperate for go Libya in the name of job opportunity. So indeed, I be promise say I go play the documentary, and I play two documentary on Sunday. The one don't get over 5,000 views, and the other one don't get over 18,000 views. And all the people where they comment, or most of the people where they comment, now the documentary, waiting that they say, then they try for big say, do ya make the TV stations the way they Salone, make them go able for play them documents here on a daily basis, so that at least it go help for awakening we brothers them we look desperate for go Libya. And we talk small about the labor union where they accuse the government of interference and harassment. We see Usai, the first lady, them across Africa, then become Salone, and we see Usai Sierra Leone police be joined with the other first ladies. Them they all come for this hands off our girls campaign. Last Monday we see Usai Advocate we na an NGO na Sierra Leone. Then we do a documentary we then call Kolonko. Then we don't launch the documentary in a Salone from almost a year now, but most of you within the diaspora not be get opportunity for watch them. So then we make them available online. It on YouTube, even they on Sierra Network page where they call them Kolonko. A documentary will be focused on sex workers them. We then ordeal mostly not be within police. Waiting in the suffer na the hands of the police, and waiting at the reason we make them come into that day. We see press release say the military say then they try for at least 300 women them. We also see Usai the doctors them they end their strike. I think then they get for be one party thing that we'll get for discuss today. Usai will see the doctors they end their strike, and let we hear from the doctors them the reason where they agree for end the strike and waiting that they expect for get from the government in the future. This week, just like the previous week, will be a very busy week for anti-corruption. Anti-corruption also this week on Monday gets a settlement with former Deputy Director General and the resident engineer of NASIT. They all two for repay 1.5 billion leones. The Deputy Director, the former, in the already paid 200 million. Then the engineer in don't pay 100 million already. Wouldn't they talk? Then they get 12 months for pay all the rest. Salone. Let go there pray. We say one great man they agree say in the pay back 1 billion. And for sure say he ready for pay. He puts on the table straight 200 million. We should say the vice presidents go Nakono, and we also see Usai them promise with the judiciary promise the people of Sierra Leone say the commission of inquiry. Let no worry, it will come to pass. Well, something happened during the week again where we see a little shake up. Now the government, at the SLPP government, we see Usai unofficially Dr. Sarah Bendu, when I at the head of the maritime administration, well, they began the boots, and also London Jet. They're all two. Well, up till now, we still wait for an official paper from State House. We seem say I will pull press release. I will the one them we can always make a yearly award, mostly for parastatals, government ministers, and all the likes. Then come and pull press release. See, they're not able for come with the award this December. Because waiting do they say, by the way we don't see things, they not think say anybody merits the award right now. Well, this can bring a little bit of chamot. Remember they won the Wegi award 2 weeks back. They call themselves diaspora something. Just like how we talked last week, almost all the ministers then from this present government then give them all. I hold on they in this business for the longest. Then say they not go able for come with the award because of the election, and because they don't feel say they're able to give anybody award right now. So I really don't know whether one they give award and the one they say they not able to give award. We saw former President Kuma Ego Abe Okuta Nigeria with some other former presidents then now West Africa. They said then they go do some ICT technology business inside election. Well, they say now be very high level meeting. Even the banner with them print at the high level meeting. Now Africa former head of states them. In case you want look them one carry, I mean then they remind we see a high level meeting that one day. We also see USAI anti-corruption secure conviction for impersonation. But this particular impersonation here, nothing will be done happen from 2015 September. So it's Alex said them they keep this man for 3 years before they finally now can convict him. So again, they sentence him back for 3 years. And in your particular impersonation, it not be funny. He be the claim say na be the agba na anti-corruption. He be the claim say na anti-corruption boss. But if you don't rob 3 years, because from 2015 to now, then now they don't can sentence him back for 3 years. Well, until we see Labour Congress, then we get small draw. So Labour Congress we get from meet with the president, and then we tell the presidency they're ready for support the government agenda. Something happen again where if you want to like say that I slap to the president and the first lady. A 70 years of age man, when I be security guard, being raped or get something we not good for talk with a 13 years of age picking. The case reach court. Waiting court to do. Court sentenced the man for 2 days. Just after they say hands off your girls, when the president in speech he be don't talk say life imprisonment na end and get for it. Well, even though the life imprisonment no it, then get that the law from 1 day to 15 years in prison. Now then the law say, and upon the judge in discretion, the judge can able for sentence any almost days he want give. So this particular case, a 70-year-old man rape a 13-year, the judge say because they come and they say the man no well, so they sentence him for 2 days. This be bring big cry, but we are yet to see the president and the first lady where they champion the hands of our girls. Make we see waiting and go say about this particular story. The month of December not find Aboku hosting right now in Salone, because we see termination we not funny. Natcom it terminates all the contracts them, and now they get vacancies them. Well, we see Usai small chamot become, but he get an endorsement against yes. He get right for terminate everybody. Leone man go reapply back. The Sierra Leone DJs Union with the Salone, then be make award who then do na stadium. Well, this award there, not full up. The award be empty. So somebody we then call DJ Prezzo, we in the under Sierra network, be right and blow mind, and a DJ he right and blow mind about things them we make you feel say this particular show not full up because of the attitude them of the DJs them and whatnot. Well, because he writes this, the president of the DJs Union at Salone, not Glady, so he take upon himself, he fire him. He say because he writes with the reason them way he feels say make the show not full up. Well, we are still open on that case day and see if one man get right for fire. But what in particular happened after the show, from what the president lost with the money bag, 30 days and not see it. So we still do it. He saying travel, but he get for go town. But how much they inside the money bag, they don't know. We begin one case where we be investigate Sierra Network, we be investigate now the peninsula. I think at one time we be talk about that illegal fishing at that peninsula with itself. Okay, we come out with pictures then now even about what be happen. This particular time we get pictures for back with story where Chinese then go back now the prohibited area, then go fishing there. Then go, then fishing there, and we'll be able to talk to some of the fishermen that were there around, and they say not be glad at all. That story there, the Sierra network. We just hope say the peninsula, the prohibited area there around the shores, now the peninsula, then to allow them, we can always come pretend like say now something that they wait for. I think so we navies them supposed to go out there and make Sierra network we they ready for come out with some drone footage them we they not go argue we again. We ready for take that on. We also see Usai Honorable Justice Abdullah Hamid Cham, he resigned. State House accepting resignation letter, and the President appoint Honorable Justice Desmond Babatunde Edwards, and Parliament don't approve him. With Usai Slafa come with their own position on the status of the Diamond Stars Club Nakono. We also see Usai the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces then sign a memorandum of understanding with the Chinese Liberation Army. This is one thing we will discuss today. Ibrahim Tommy from Center for Accountability and the Rule of Law. He call on the president. He say in the call on the president for make them continue that constitutional review process. And to remember the constitutional review process way from the previous regime, the previous government APC, then begin and fine. But it look like say as the one will be there before we die. Now so all thing be left. So then the big president Bio now say let them they not die. I think say this is the right time for we advocate make that review process they continue, because now a lot of people are getting for talk. We also had a discovery of a virus, Marburg virus. Pan bats them, then bats already eat fruits in a Salone, and they say this virus it's like Ebola. But not to Ebola or Italian like Ebola. But for now, it dey bat them. This brings to question, okay, now the Center for Disease Control, we know say we get na Salone to so, we get na the southeastern part yonder. Then they gladly, then they praise the reaction of this present government, say, now because they take test them by them batia, now make them able for no say this virus they Salone. Well, my question is, how this virus reach Salone? How this virus reach by them batia? Then they claim say some other West African countries them or some other African countries then get them. But this particular one, we know want make it canton like that Ebola. We dey beg with people them. We know say we get what we can call batmot. We go rub mouth para who come inside the show proper. Then batmot eats them. And mostly na fruit. Any fruit we get small issue, we get question mark. Let we stay off arm. Before it go canton other thing pa we just know. We also suicide slaffer. They say they suspend the media officer Ibrahim Kamara. They say for misconduct and insubordination. We just hope see it not get nothing for do with Aisha Johansson in team because Ibrahim na part of Madam Aisha. We suicide ACC indict the former NASIT Director General and the board chairman. We see Usai also the president. He beget Christmas treats with 800 picking them. We also see Usai the Ministry of Sports and the National Sport Authority. They say everybody for reapply for them position back. So that day and when you say you get question mark, well in that. We should say the Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority, they may get a meeting where they say they talk for enhance the strategy for road safety awareness and raising enforcement of the traffic law during this festive season na Salone. We should say the president go Nigeria, and we also should say the new chief justice. He already has parliament approval. He don't go state house. He don't take out of office. So gap no day again. He don't fill in the gap, and he say he ready for work. We should say state house pro press release for should say the 25th, 26th of December na public holiday and the 1st of January 2019 na public holiday na Salone. We should say President Bio say he go Nigeria na the ECOWAS summit we get for the day, and in they go for good champion for fight corruption na Africa. He say them former president them. He want for push make them former president them show the audit, forensic audit what they do for them, make them show people them, because you know say before you be former you were part of that ECOWAS day. So before you be former you be part, and now all be the talk about this corruption. He say so he want push for make them former one day, make them show the audit report what they do for them, so that they go know say this ECOWAS what they can go so na serious thing they supposed for the take and serious. And there we go end down for now. Make I just bring we panelists them, make we all just go 1 minute before we begin the program proper. Yes to you, Senesi Brahma. You get 1 minute. Wait you are Rob Motpa before we go start.
Yeah, me the clear for Rob Motpa as usual. Me just want to take this justice system the country. I want for join Ibrahim Tommy for plea to the president for that plenty money we don't spend for review the constitution of Sierra Leone. I want this president take it serious for make them review that constitution because like when I listen to the program, it make a lot of sense. The people they grumble too much. People don't even know this 1991 constitution. Leaders they don't come and go with the violate too much, where the people will be suffer at the end of the day. But I believe with this one with them graft, we then go round to people, talk to people, put their input. I believe if only they count them back, then make a referendum, people then vote them, then they approve them, I believe it will fine for the country. Because even then sack you see all we believe inside that constitution they never forbid it. And me they join again once again. I want for join them to me for let the president look into it. Even to these 2 days where they judge it's not wrong at all when he did a man 2 days. One, there is evidence that the man already sick. So they will put in a prison for long. So you have 2 days and right now she say from 1 year from 1 day upward. So it didn't year 1 day. Now that's been at the constitution. We get laws the way in our cake like the traffic laws we deal with 1964 laws then on traffic rules and regulations. So all those things need to be reversed and the president is saying to catch up with the rest of the world. So and so for catch up with the rest of the world. We change the constitution and get a very good one. We will give good laws where every citizen will be happy. Thank you, sir.
All right. Yes, Tony, what you want about for 1 minute before we start?
Yeah, the South one more we now on the termination side, we just look out Tennessee Brahma so light on the constitution. Even when we get the constitution in place, we have people still with the violator. So basically they can still amend and do whatever they want to do, but we don't see even past regime or previous regime they wouldn't do, or probably current, then they violate what's in the constitution. So fixing the books or fixing the constitution is one thing, but the compliance is another thing where we know say we only now the Western world we see how they deal with those books. Those books after the Bible and the Quran, the Holy Bible and the Quran, now the sacred book there and the way govern we. You understand? So basically it's not only concerned about this, but there we go because we take for me women normally they cry on this labor law issue. Previous government don't come and go. Still the same. SFPP come, they left us so. APC come, they don't go, they left us so. SFPP is back in power, then they still get deaf eye or people that have deaf ears or blind eye. So so the other thing way more important than determination, but probably I guess citizens will get for delve into it more and not just one for use more than 1 minute. But for me, it really worrisome. It really for me, I just put myself in the people their shoe where you feel them, you don't work for an establishment because it's not possible for everybody where they work not qualify for the job what they do. You understand? Because they've been having some plus, they've been having some successes, even established companies like Golden Sachs and everything, even Wall Street. There are times when they go crash, probably because of policy, probably because of resources they're not available. And we all know exactly what's in the happen now, Salone. We too much interference in people and jobs there because everything around Sierra Leone now don't politicize. Everything is politics. So if somebody is telling me the people do not qualify, tell them that to the fools we're not going to understand because we know CSS people can for create jobs for the young people, but we're not going to let for see a different regime come tomorrow and see the same trend by people that for lost their jobs. I know there's too much, but I know when time really reach where we discuss them proper, then I'll be able to come in and elaborate. But those are the two things. Correcting the books is one thing where compliance will be 100%, and the second one, determination. We see too much rampant termination where really, in the history of Salone, we don't understand this kind of thing. For me, I'm 40 years old now. I don't understand this kind of rampant sack where they happen. So, in this modern trade.
All right. Yes, Arun Rashid, what do you want about Motpasa?
Well, I don't know which thing that the main topic is we're going to discuss, but this NATCOM what I just talked on this just now, and so there are times when I can say the righteous will suffer for the wicked, because if you don't put your house in order, even the good, it's just like for say you get money now. We get money, you did that salary, you gently, you get boku money. If the health system not good, you money you can take on a need. If hospital not there for treat you, if you money serve you as your medicine. And make we get for follow the law, get for follow. And then see how they do. I hope say get party lazy. Say that they do that for sacks of people and if not clean, they want clean the house. They better do it in a week time. They not punish nobody way on party affiliation. I'm not saying that Tony be the not sure we'll talk on that, but I will left that. That with that 70-year-old man wait, we don't say people all go there, so they say not 2 days, at least we know say one thing with the rule of now. One thing as you always said, people learn. If you go see somebody they commit crime, if you go to court as witness, if you don't present the evidence, even though when you see them, because the law gets where they broke in funnily. The law, when they reach in a court, not different thing. I know say maybe the government no go interfere. The president would not say, then we punish people in this way, that way. Now they could get for strengthening the laws, the rule of law. We talk about constitutional review committee. I think Natoni or Senesi talk about Natoni. Say we get it's one thing. The constitution, non-constitution, not the way entirely perfect. Even at the most advanced of countries, then they come in and they review them. Why do we want to review the constitution? Which thing we're not happy with? But again, the other thing, reviewing it or restructuring it and making amendment are one thing. Following the rule of law, now another thing. As he said, SLFA, I don't know which is the ground with SLFA. I hear about suspension of an executive officer. Then I hear about then get problems with Kono. It looks like say SLFA they come back. Maybe we hope say sometimes with all of this news will come on and show say they still. I don't know, but we left that. We will discuss that all. And the other thing, the most important thing I want to talk about. I'm passionate about and this Ebola business. We talk about discover some bats then we then see that. I don't know that then are the people that will do they will just grab it and go do a research from bats. You don't know whether they don't go infect them back today. One thing we young people to know, we therefore be very real. By nature we open to strangers, then we let people in. But lesson the war, lesson don't learn this, we therefore be very careful. They see people who kind of last to you don't know where they can. I will tell you, no country not the way they come that you continue because they let you. They all get permanent interest in the county. From China to Angola to Nova Scotia or whoever they come out from, to America to France to England. When people are going on a country, they take advantage of people and will never know whether they want to use people as guinea pig again or other. Salone they get to be watchful of all side anything they come out. People so the last time they say na bat, na him bring the Ebola come. Nobody na assume assumption. Nobody no get any justification for people say na so be happy. We Salone no more that go happen. Other countries and people they die like how they die. So the United Nations will not investigate exactly what happened. But we have to listen to it. So with that, I think say we go forward. We continue. This man, this impersonation, we didn't say the thing you say he don't go jail for 3 months. 2015.
Yes, from 2015.
Yeah. Something is missing. We will not get the actual information. Which thing exactly happened? Maybe sometimes the press must have young people because people already listen and want. What is happy? In time, people will get.
Well, just like Asabi say, this thing did happen from 2015. Now, only now they're able to secure the conviction for them. They don't sentence her now to 3 years. So that previous 3 years, beyond the Nasel Morality, a lot of people didn't say with the call case and all those things.
No, that's not fair because keep somebody in a cell. Now, we know the fault. just like how the other part, we therefore follow the rule of law. You know, detain somebody for 3 years and sell for 3 years, then you can't sentence them back for 3 years. You know, whether no matter how bad the rule of law gets, I think there is limits as to when you keep somebody, you the detainer. You cannot detain somebody for 3 years. That's brute justice. You know, so Nadia will reach, now we continue the program.
Okay, make I take a clip from the doctors them where they end and strike. Let me hear the reason behind what to make them end the strike now.
We don't get negotiation with the government, particularly the Ministry of Health and then also the Ministry of Labour. And then we don't get start negotiation for almost a month now, since early November. And finally, yesterday we come to an end.
Yesterday was date?
The 17th of December, come to an end, to an agreement, as stated in the press release, that within timelines, the government will honor and respond appropriately to all the requests then, as we've been stating with the submission to the government. And everything that the request and thing that will affect the country, it will benefit every citizen of the country. The governments look into them and address them. At the same time as well, it's also good because it will motivate the health workmen across the country so that they will work more for improve the healthcare system of the country, so that we will get less company that will die, less king that will die, and all will leave it to everybody.
Okay, during this one strike action, we the junior doctors them being back home. We have been come up with various things them we have been want for government do for now. We include long term and short term. So tell me how far we go with regards the issues and how far the government go for address them and how they will get for the address the issues them we raise.
So initially we table like 9-10 things them, request them to the government, and the government will look into them. But because the negotiation will go and they express concern about the visibility of some of the things, and so we decide look back as part of we being compliant to the negotiation. We decide for making short term, long term, and then immediate. So we go through them, we discuss them one by one. We see everything that we start with, and from the January, as they don't commit themselves, and we commend them and commitment for at least start and make sure so they implement them. Start January, we almost say
what do you think we start with the short term plan?
Short term we will cover mostly from January to June. Then we'll look into the motivation for the health workers across the country, include doctors, nurses, pharmacists, CHOs, but they also will look into equipment to equip the current hospital them with that much needed equipment them. Then also the new hospital them with the ground around town, Leone, Kiama Road, Okupa, and we'll make sure say them and make them fully operational by June, so that will create more space for people them, and especially for the picking everybody business and the Combra everybody business. And so also then for do some changes with the accident and emergency area and Aconot, and they also student they refurbish the Salone in particular for it to be under the government for accidents and emergency as well.
So now as we speak, all the junior doctors them don't come on board for do the work we are supposed to do?
Yes, they all come back to work this morning,
right
happy, much motivated. They don't challenge themselves.
Right across the country?
All over the country. They all go back to work this morning.
You now monitor the process for make sure say the doctors and they on board?
Yes, we don't make recalls them to all the corners, various districts them, and we know so them turn up, like I say, they're all glad and all ready for do them best and make sure they we turn around the healthcare system of the country.
So with what you talk, they're all glad, meaning they're satisfied with the meeting we when I end up all with governments and the way our governments decide for address in a concern.
They're happy with that. That come January we begin to see the effect of some of them things that we recommend to the government.
You don't talk about motivation. The salary now long-term plan we say for increase because doctors and the junior doctors and they cry for increase in salary and all of that.
So the government's position is that they're not able to increase salaries of workers and because then say they will work on as per the budget some wage commission way for coming to being. So they're not judge the salary, but again some allowances as promised before then starts for decide for start standing now. So then we keep come January and we'll start for the allowances. The way now for health workers we almost say within Ebola show is that health workers and they are at risk just by them working place and they come across certain disease and this. And also around the world then they go on a different country and for make sure so then the health workers and risk allowance. So this government self don't commit and so then we'll start for the health workers and the risk allowance.
So now okay with the meeting on all with the government we are shown as say then we'll look into on a concern there.
Yes, we're happy because it should be up to the office of the vice president instead of being commitment for make sure say long term we will look into how we fix the issue, and especially condition of service for all health workers there. But for now, starting with that will act as a stopgap mechanism for make sure everybody well motivated and work well.
One way they listen will say for 2 years we have been on the effects from the past administration, meaning the past government. We have been on the effects for the NTR, so for the government do for the junior doctors, they may not come to pass. Then now this new administration, and it's just all 7 months plus. And one way they listen will say like now political witch hunt or something. Which I take.
Well, I think the government will appreciate saying out of politics will be there out. We always want to say we are professionals, and within our environment, work environment as in hospitals, we see things go around. Yes, if we notice 1, 2 things all right, nationally as well, because advocating to the government means we have a step out of we hospitals.
That's the president for the Junior Doctors Association, where same way soon as Secretary General for the Medical and Dental Association, Dr. Abdul Jibril Injai, be they talk another interview with Elizabeth Campbell, also I confirm say the doctor them don't stop them strike action and they begin work back.
So now so it be happen, the doctor then stop the strike and then begin for work. And right after them begin for work, now we can hear about this particular Marburg virus na Salone. And also we don't rub multiple and cheese now. Because we get an expectation now, since the doctors then all don't resume, I think say for fight against this virus, it get for be approach from all angle. From the citizens, to the doctors, to the stakeholders them, to the least man na that least village. Because as at now, na 3 villages them, nine they don't highlight say them batia come out. Just like as they say, like me, the first time we are hearing or we are see, I go through the press release, I was like, okay. Then people away can find out say they say them be just they do random test. Then they find out say they pa them batia. And it's so there's something. There is something, and now then they praise the present government and they praise the government. Say, oh, we're glad because they're able for make then the test so that they're able to catch this thing early. But who say this thing come out before they go catch it early? Who say it come out? And just like how the previous time way that Ebola happened, will be the question, this disease control place where they don't build now we can't ski. Then you know, be saying that then they go take for go do a test, then the test go wrong, one part them bat and they escape, or now then they left the bat for go say I go able for merge with company them and things go haywire, then something else happen. We really need for wake up. Now the doctors they're not there on strike again, which is fine, but we no one foresee waiting Ebola do again our country. We don't hear this because now so when the Ebola we begin talk, they say oh this and that until lives, thousands of lives then begin go. And nothing say we get for wait stay then see that kind bat then have return again before they go take and serious. Yes, Senesi, I put on the table again. The doctors they're not there on strike again, but we talk about this Marburg virus.
Yeah, I want to say plenty thank you to the junior doctors then, because me, I've been talking from the very first day when the minister they go na radio when they deal with the doctors and the representative of the doctors then. I'm not sure this strike to they come to an end because most of the things that the minister highlights now the place anybody will get sympathy for the country if you get any of your family member where the father's will tell them now go back because all these things with the doctors and they are like they are not automatic for them to come to the building all these things. And before they go on strike, I remember one time we began one program where the minister be go, I think I don't know if in a Kenema or Bo where I go, where I think a Bo yes, where they tell them say from next year or so all the get uniform for the change the uniform, they get new set of uniform, all those things. This is a gradual process. But the last program we be talking about the government they bet Boku, the enable chairman. The whole year. Yes, that is true. But again, the junior doctor may find with the reason with the government and must get ask for the people and go back and say, no, we'll be work. Coming to this sheet, we just continue for protocol, normal level, continue for protecting people there. Because then back here, the Turkian and then they are, but then back in the old now, you know, get that secret. Then back here, always in Africa, and they get them here from where Ebola go na Congo, straight to the from long years, straight to the first and we go to a loss, come back. You see, the problem just the way Madam you the talk when you go. Now you see how people they decide for una, then they not get nobody will represent you. I believe some of them here, if we get representation now the UN, what is the whole the Security Council, what is the whole some of them talk here, then here beginning they say, but then here some of them here they happy, we're not really glad for them here. I believe some of but coaching the way will stop for the one in Africa. But as long as we don't get somebody who is done at that council, they decide for we anything to go under. If they want to do population, they want to control population, not to Africa no more people than me. Not to Africa no more people than me. Then the other side, they easily the people they control. Then get Boko here for do not to Africa no more for reduce the population. But again, we're not going to preempt, we're not going to just to let us let God continue for protecting family and say thanks to the junior doctors for when they choosing go back to work. Let God protect them and let God give the government the helping hand for let them go able try and meet some of the reach by the time when they don't put and I believe that normal get to say for now with this topic.
Okay, I want to remind family them say the phone line is still open, and if you want to call and be part of the program for discuss waiting we put in a table, you can call the United States number where the country code now 1 and the number now 646-610-3107. United States number country code 1-646-610-3107, or you can call the United Kingdom number where the country code now 44-739-803-0402, 44-739-803-0402, or you can call the Salone number, the country code now 232-78990-991, 232-78990-991. You can call them numbers here directly, or you call them on WhatsApp or email, whichever means you want to call them. Then the numbers them they are available now. Yes, Tony, what you want to take on this, sir?
Yeah, the area of the doctors it's a good news, and I feel say we all want for get a better life, and go down go study and come at the end of the day, because the whole thing we not for just blame them because they've been selfish or this. The whole thing spark up when the honorable them then grab ask for huge amounts of salaries. I feel say now from that then all them striker teachers and doctors and this everybody they ask, because those are the two key institutions where we find ourselves. We actually want to get a better Sierra Leone and want to cater for the future, wherein we will become more sustainable in anything we do, where we self could able for ship out doctors and teachers there for going, because now you see Ghana ready for send teachers in a Salone. We they see other countries and they send doctors there for help with. If we actually take care of them people and they find us, they go do their job with all their might, with all interest, with all joy and everything. Government really need for really review those two institutions, the teachers and the medical in the field, because there is no way where we go able to talk for a better education where people are not healthy. You understand? The people are not healthy. Even if you get the education and then small sick all you now die. They lost like. So we need for synchronize all them things they do together, let it be together for the talk about education. We got to make sure so we satisfy the teachers them. We got to make sure so we satisfy the nurses and the doctors them. Because when you look around what's in the Apple now in Salone is like a lot of people them just common illnesses. Common illness. One me paddy they tell me say a paddy, I mean a cousin die of pressure. Almost here 39 years of age. Imagine pressure. You understand, eh? Where you will say, okay, yes, people will say, I mean, but then common illnesses, then they let them come together. We see how they pay premium into health. You understand? They give them so much that we are the opposite. Nurses, doctors, these are one of the highest paid jobs in the Western world. Salone, now the least paid job. You understand? And imagine doctors, I'm going to study for 6, 7, 8 years. Under hard labor, under that kind challenging environment, then he graduates as a doctor, or graduates as a nurse or pharmacist or whatever. Then you pay them less than 4 million a month or less than this. Then you get honorable when they go to parliament, you know, they have to 30-something million. So I feel say, I mean, it's a very good thing because then say for most of them, they get parents, they get family where they take care. They're not going to let for see people that they die tomorrow or see. But the other thing again, where you mentioned about now, this sickness way come where you say they can do research. Remember, say the research center for America. Now, like BID, probably. You understand? Because there is a whole island in Liberia. When me go Liberia, where they show me, you get monkey, babu, them waiting at their island and they wait. Now then they go test some of their medication and they then vaccine and whatever. So and most of them here where they get now, you know, say for test some of those vaccine and they, you got for pay money, you got for pay this and that. I know, I mean, the science not good, but system is a part of mama. When system now just like a human being, you understand? We then go more because now we not sit on man by just like Mr. Ose, I don't know what I say. Now we not so we country to the T-box way, na guinea pig. Everybody could just go there, go begin test vaccine or test medication. How come? You understand? So the government therefore really be vigilant. Now we not say yes, we get a cash trap economy, they need the Western world for coming, but let we not do we sell ourselves now to a certain extent wherein everybody go just can test whatever. Because we need for the know some of them who send it. And they tell you when you take Guinea where they near we man, some of them tell they happen as Salone, they happen again. And they tell you, they know they happen again. What go sister tell we they both say we civilize past them. You know, it's common sense. It's just common sense. But we really and truly, the government really therefore stand for because some of we lost we love one and do the Ebola. I lost my only brother I ever get in the world. So we're not going to see that again. So think time tomorrow where they can't wipe, we picking them back or wipe the family them back. We're not going to forgive this government. If we forgive the last government, because they tell the house of ignorance they do, but then we don't come so. Let them money not make Bamba, then go do stupid things they will go make with people they can't die. Because themselves is like the trend when they take now, that bashi trend themselves don't begin to. I mean on take Randy.
All right, yes, Aaron.
Well, just like who everybody is saying, me with strike action, it takes place now almost every nation. There are times where and a particular sector of society not feel satisfied and believing as to strike action and will call attention of government. And like Tony is saying, they all started where we parliamentarians and they're entitled to billions of leones, every month or every year like that. But having said that, we must also remember, say, not to bad and for strike action. It is my message strike action is saying. Say, well, hey, you don't have to be complacent. You have to pay attention, particularly with the health sector and the education sector, every sector we vital to the well-being of the country. And a good thing that they see the need for call of the strike. I hope say whatever the problem, government and government will able address them. I understand saying that the junior doctors, they might not know the difference between them and the senior doctors, or maybe in terms of the salary make they come together. It's not bad for let them get their own group, you know, and because now from there they will promote. Remember also say when we been get Ebola, one of the sectors where the Ebola be devastate now medical sector, well-known doctors, them well-known nurses, them people, them health workers, them a lot of them die. You know, when Tony they talk about, you know, it's so touching for you say only brother to die. That's like for saying yesterday. You know, you can tell from in voice. And Mickey always say, I mean, it's surprising, say, for make I understand the United States of America, which all decided wouldn't get post in them. Then Liberia then choose for who gets the research center. There is a reason for that. I live in the United States of America. I don't get anything bad against this country. Me bread and butter, me well-being there, and me family well-being in this country. I'm not say not just love Liberia for go open a research center in Liberia. Because research, we do research, now secretive some, you know, they expose them. But for let them go get on a particular island, that's not a call for caution. And I understand, say, I don't know, I think where the host, Abraham, they talk about, I think we said get one, Leone. Who are they organize them, who are they waiting and they research, waiting and they do, waiting they know they do. There's nothing good coming out of it. After over almost years, now this BNTM America acknowledge it, then they use black men, when they try for medicine for syphilis. When they infect a lot of black men in Tuskegee, and call it the Tuskegee syphilis crisis. A lot of people then die. Or some of them medicine there. It's not just the United States. All them countries there with advanced. I tell you, whether it's in Europe or in China or in Asia, they do the research. And then they do on side the people then they go on the inside the way accountability and he say then give money. They sacrifice some people then. With government, with people then get for open AI and pay attention to them thing and it's serious. And people in the common and country they go do research and kill na people them. Then the one they within their own country they look down on them. Today, I still get that in my mind. Today, we don't know who side Ebola comes, how we come. Assumption that maybe not bad transfer from somewhere in East Africa outside. But they say the trend way, the Ebola trend way, the experience na Congo and na Gabon is different from how they experience na Sierra Leone. How bad them go fly from that country in the city camp? Who side Ebola come out? Today nobody no ask. We say we get careless sometimes. Okay, I'll stop so far.
All right. The phone line is still open. If you want to be part of the program, definitely. Make I just go through the text and we don't come already concerning this one we do now. Jack Samba, now the time we do the review, but waiting we put on a table. He say Sierra Leone politicians have violated the 1961 constitution from the previous government. We see Reg Kuruma, he say waiting in the sea, na Sierra Leone na selective justice. Mohamed Pate Barry, he say Marburg virus is the same strain of the Ebola virus. Abi Kamara, he say so true. He said they want to kill us. I'm gonna keep the message coming. The next one will they take. Remember about this United States where they give them travel advice. Now police don't talk about this particular advice until we be done the rub mouth param. Let we hear waiting police say but this advice we United States give to the citizens them about Salone.
No one thank him for appreciating the police they do. Honestly, Salone relatively a peaceful country. Until you travel outside Salone, you go to Salone a relatively peaceful country. Now somebody will travel for money, or should they travel on net for work line, you will travel break down, they go park, then count down, they done and sleep, then wake back in the morning and go. You know they happen in some other country then. We don't say incident they do we happen we actually we get good for the security sector, but we always come in handy for make sure say we resolve them. But the fact remains we are doing our job, and honestly we could never have been rated as the most peaceful country in West Africa if we are not ever doing well or we are not doing well.
Okay, specifically when we come to issue of violence among young people, recently we see young picking them way they go school instead after the school game then cause panic na the tongue so people get for lock shop and people be the on based on the fact say people say police not able for control the picking them. What be happening really? Why police not able control picking them? Then una go want for say una they provide security or una go say the country relatively stable.
Yeah, see picking business a very critical issue. We even in a society where even when you do the right thing, people not appreciate you. This country they see even when police do the right thing, people still they bash the police, they condemn the police. See for dealing with picking a very critical. You apply high-handedness, people may say, oh, police don't beat them, police don't do this. Even when they arrest them, I remember some other times they don't arrest them, they don't even say intersect or intersport for stop. Arrest them, take them to court. Police, people they gumbo, police don't arrest them, don't take them. So I ask the question, waiting police for you. Police we mandate where we get for maintain law and order. And in maintenance of law and order, they give you certain powers and they give power for arrest, they give power for detain, they give power for investigate, they give power for prosecute, understand? And so when them picking them, they come out school, we they see, then they troop around the street, then they go and drug people and things. Then all one they meet to me, I normally say, parenting get a lot of things for you. Or the school authorities they also get a lot of things for you. But if measures and they putting some measures at the home, at the schools, this trouble they get at it, it no go happen.
So what's measure where police put in place? Because we talk about security now, and of course the parents them they on side in the. We talk about what una as police they do for make sure say una handle or tackle the issue of picking them or school picking them or young people them way they pets na street or cause problem na street. Young people them bag and phone them and poor people them to car them.
And to take a approach, get soft policing, get hard policing. We will apply soft policing by making sure say the community relations department continue for engage people in our schools and then engage people in the community so then they tell them the need for make them pull and violence. The equal so we also apply hard policing. We the one way they perpetrate crimes in our society, we will arrest them no matter whether you consider them for being a picking. You understand? We will arrest them, take them before the law. And we don't say I must say anytime when they get games, we will still continue to adopt the same system we would adopt before. That even after the game, we will escort them. It will happen before. After the games, we will escort them, we will deal with them. So they will left them around there, I call this place Ferry Junction.
But what's happening this PNTM?
Well, I don't know the kind of security agreement to be there because me not be there, I not be there in town, so I'm not going to comment on the security agreement at the time. But the fact remains, I make for understand say they not be behave very well, but that one they don't pass. We should say you know go repeat itself again.
Click and gang violence na one way. People they say police still not able to address it. You agree with this? Because some people they say, of course, they flag them, then just they so then have been red flag, black flag, now green flag day, different flag them day, meaning we are not able to handle click violence.
Well, let them say we all, because it's not a police anymore that handle these cliques and these gangs. It's not foreign imports. We'll not be getting a Salone, we talk about cliques, we talk about gangs. It not be there. Somebody they look film, somebody they read, they go on the internet. They don't go see other culture, one be and come to Salone. So what we get for you? This is a collective business. Civil society and the way they look at issues that we get for you with violence, come on board. And state actors, come on board. The police, come on board. The fourth estate, we all come on board. Sometimes, even by naming and shaming certain people, where you know say so they get unpunished. I want it there for serve as a kind of deterrent.
This is now festive season. We see with the American embassy being passed a circular or a press release to them, the citizens them say therefore be careful, of course, they not trust or believe the way how the Salone police or the way how the security in the country for now, and therefore be careful. One say this now is slap. Now the security apparatus they face, most of the police them. What are you coming towards this?
I want to say that statement the way we come from. the American embassy, to me, an unfortunate statement because it's not reflective of what's happening on the ground. You have to be realistic. Joseph safe way they talk to me. I mean, waiting come on that, waiting the right under. You know, really nothing they reflect on the ground. Yes, one or two incidents they do that happen, but there is not something like say things don't happen to a point that nobody is in control and then things just happen fits fatter. So to me that statement was unfortunate. I wonder outside them be they actually look for compile and come out. Maybe so the possible I may not be this alone. Now waiting and tell them no more, machine just put out. But the fact remains the security sector be engaged the American embassy from the diplomatic level and from other levels, and then they foresee them they will try to defend them, say actually where then get category 1 to category 4. This report and pull them April, then pull them again. But those people will come out April and will come out December 5. Nothing not change. You want them to say from that April 10 to now, not change. So that is just the report not be reflective of what happened on the ground. So to me it was an opinion they expressed, but that opinion they expressed honestly not be reflective of the situation on the ground.
So how security dey now for the festive season? Plenty program then they carnival so that things them they will plenty people go for enjoy themselves. The country safe?
Very, very safe. Country safe. This country safe. Yesterday we all sleep, we all wake this morning. Sleep back, we always sleep, wake back in the morning. Honestly, we all safe. This country safe. Not that things no will happen here and there. Even America would talk away, then go pull America every minute then they kill people. But can you say America is not safe? But people are still watching to go there. And if you look at that global peace index, what they do, go find that country there, then find Salone and the world in terms of peace and see which side them put here, which side them put there. They could see the difference. So the country is safe. There are people who just say wake in the morning, I mean, just want for heighten the situation for let know they pan because no they pan collapse. But honestly, this Christmas or this holiday, people are going to enjoy.
This Christmas or this holiday, people ain't go enjoy them. That come together, we make that statement there. Go look at the peace index, local side and day, and local side Salone day. This is not the exact word we the police rep be the talk. I think I me feel see the journalists they miss the point because even the person we go na 98.1 studio for go talk again about the same issue, then just to talk about cliques and gangs, not to dandy the American travel advisory be talk about. The thing they then talk about say na net no comot. If you come out, no say if something happen with you the American embassy will command them, then staff they not go able to help you. Even the police no equipped for help you. Then it compare say look like America. If something happen in America today, I like na 28 years, then get written in call cold case. But not they die. Now something go trigger that thing there. Then they go bring that case they back. How much thing they don't happen at Salone way? Police they tell we say then they come back, they not come again to we. Where things happen na the state, because this na the thing we in the making up at this interview. Where thing happen at the state. Inside 24 hours, police they give you updates pass almost thing. We not get for begin go say waiting this, waiting that thing. No. And you dey see them at work. Let me not go far. The American ambassador in phone, they're not Tifa na Salone. They're Tifa. So if we want based on that, and napa official tino na they go thief in phone. Then they done VP in phone. Per hands off your guards. They no go thief na the high table. This na they say Julie in phone, Dr. Julie in phone na the high table na they thief. They don't catch the person there.
Vice President.
Yes.
Wow.
So these are the things them way we police can just try for dust off. At the end of the day, these are the things that count against us. Now all and the force. Senesi Brahma, you get the floor.
Yeah, so you don't think phone for being a security threat because they TVP phone. How they call them during which time this year when they thief I think who's letting
now be Kit Bidul in phone back then be Tiffan Kit Bidul. Yes.
Kit Bidul in phone. Exactly when they be thief Kit Bidul the IG in phone. Just imagine the IG way when if you talk about protection, anything like you say first law of nature that first before they secure the president, I the first person for security. So if he get all the security forces, then they go the thief your phone, keep middle. So who then are the vice president which is ADC now and also police. So the only thing we need to see no more here is such a thing in because when I listen to Nagoba Kelly, we are the ONS man. When they ask him if they go back to the American embassy, when they make this, serious and go to them, but watching them tell them, say, this na like a template where they get every year, every April, they pull them out. But honestly, the way how they look at the team, yes, they shouldn't happen. But the way our American embassy don't pull that thing in, I'm just not agree with it. Because they think the country in a bad way as if they say not really good. And Sierra Leone not bad that way. No sign nothing at the world we need to get crime. Yeah, we shall do so. When they see the demonstration, we know what will happen. Things they still doing the damage, even if what happen na Strasbourg. Two of the people will die. Now people they will come on tourism, will come back. But nobody no put question this year. Then nobody no go. They said in the COVID this year which they happen now. During the internet the way this Boko Haram or then the shall be the first way they be defining tourists that they go like that Mali, Senegal, Egypt. When they be stop they say nobody no for go out there suddenly. That's not happy. We don't get no terrorist threat. No terrorist, we won't get that signal. For stop people that say we are not going there, it's really bad. They need to change that pattern. To me, also, I look at that way. For say chief phone, they say all yes now. What's the call? That in a mind, they happy. But it's also the chief they pass any other side. Because what you make like we talk about America, they respond. They get the logistics there. We need to pray for let the crime rate within make it Salone. You know even me I said the police don't use for the response, they get everything, they get state camera. Whose camera will get state house if not get camera if I don't like. We don't get camera safe. For what they happen in the street. Talk less of for surveying the whole state house. Or survey the quantity of itself. So let me try to manage some situation. Even in terms of the election, the system, the country not be so bad that way they were things are so that security that maybe they will just talk say some one of few cases they like I make to understand there is American citizen where I think that in a bondo business or no bondo business we go na that put there and this way I think set by military from that side go begin they say he lost the name we see him up to now, but I don't know how they don't go to because even government talk about now bondo business or so then I know we wish because we should not get the fact. So but in terms of security and the choice for free, say Salone not that bad as how the American embassy pulled that procedure. Then I can bet my life for that. Then one or two incidents the way they happen. Yes, that they happen all over the world. But to say that kind of way they say for begin put stop and people they not for go so. No, I'm not agree to that. I'm not agree to that today. I'm not agree to that tomorrow. Thank you.
Okay, and before I go bring Tony come in, you know say not for go Salone. He say exercise increased caution in Sierra Leone due to crime. Then if you decide for go Salone, 1, not physically resist any robbery attempt. 2, not display sign of wealth such as expensive watch or jewelry. Use caution when they work on a net or when they drive on a net.
Abraham, in fact, before Tony can answer,
yes, sir.
I just want to say, even in New York here, when you go inside train, then notice that they then warn in the give, say, not put you wallets in your back pocket, guitar. I mean, they warn people then say, you therefore be very careful, because they don't say crime they go on, you know. Then they do a matter too.
Okay, yes, Tony.
Yeah. What you yes? Excuse me.
Okay, you are up. Okay, continue.
If you are when you go to the police station, okay, they want you if you see bag, not let the bag unattended. If you see bag, make sure you report. But the way how they keep pulling within the corner, it's like
no, that
is different. No, that is about a bad boy there.
What did they say? Then they tell you say not display something like jewelry, this that. Well, I mean, and they will tell you if let's say somebody America they tell you if let's say police will tell you say if let's say this man they attack you, let you not resist. They ask you for your wallet, just go and do that and go the way. No resist, not to affect them. They will tell you that. You know, because they don't say crime they take place now. They do one. You know, like I say you go na crowd, they will tell you not display anything expensive something. You know, then they make the announcement and then
yes, me get a personal experience the last time I go Salone. I be very chain, na be beach, the beach be very full. The beach very full, so what thing I do, I not be one going at the sidewalks then because the sidewalks then be full of so they work like middle, and it was like bumper to bumper. Then the guys them within at the sidewalk and then they're like kawaka ubaya. Somebody else didn't tell me say now because of that chin we wear. So what I did as I go inside the car because now sometimes be the good thing, I pull the chain. I pull the bracelet, everything before they return back. So when they come back, nothing not be there again. So that time I think I free for worker inside where I want worker. I think it's just an advice, but yes, Tony, what do you take on this?
Hello. Yeah. The young take in this thing. Just like we said, Mr. Ibrahim had this say. I'm not saying a more patriotic to Salone. This is the term they are making embassy is there for tarnish the image. But I say, my brother, those things highlighted, they are facts. The response time of the police when incident happen or crisis is very, very, very slow. We don't let Salone something would happen. Chief Mango the chief, you will call police will tell you they not get petrol, they not get gas. They go cancel say after 2 hours until they cause havoc, and most of the people already go holiday right now to man the goods, things and valuables and this. And if Chief Mango attack Usaide, or probably sometimes you want go club, something happen with you, the response time, many the look something happen, even Usaide in France. Immediately, police can be well armed, protected, make sure they try to prevent life, safety, and whatever. We police them, the first thing when they can fire in the fire force. We don't see how they manage crisis when crisis happen. It's not like they are not professional, but they can so hyper that I don't know if now anxiety or whatever way keep them on them. We at the end of the day, the people then they become more victims. You understand? So, I know how you look at that way. The response time of the police is very, 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 very slow. Incident will not happen before you manage to appear. And when they can they say that, they will be asked for money, they will be asked for this. Even when they come, some of the things that they will take now, the scene go with them. But you don't before even get your things them back. You don't see them, not to see them. They cannot say, what you have for us to work for good, evidence and this and that. But let you get some of their property, they don't go with it back. They will say, now this sergeant will take up, the black sergeant say, no, I'm not able to cannot take up this and that. So say a lot of things then. We don't go this outing now, boy. You know, based on the annual outing. This not to say them say. You know, say a lot of holiday makers. And the press release with them pool or whatever, now for American citizens. They're not say for British citizens. They're not say for German or Russian or this. They just try for show concern for their own citizens say, if you come on and make something happen or you go on side, then it's time for caution, there's no bad thing. So that policeman when they say let me go to America, they na the world peace or something and Salone, not so that they will try for talk. Then they try for talk about when incidents happen, people are not protected. Actually, you get the needed help where you need at that particular moment. I will base the house in Ra. It's not to see them thing. The guys, these are people that like talk thief man them Ra. The guy that the old meeting first before they thief na net. Me just go and let something and must car up and become the pack up upside for Canada checkpoint. If you see the guy there, now mind that take. You understand? I can't live inside the Moscow. The Moscow can't live inside that. The one with them, they pull in headlights them, they pull anything will value, they will go sell my money. We get value, they pull. So all of the things that they will happen, no police on it. Yeah, when the holiday they come, you understand? I just come on and stop, bruh. You see police presses everywhere. Then store them, this, then that, even the next, bruh. If club for like 2 o'clock, after one police don't at the club in gate. You understand? They're so proactive. We know the way place something happen. We police they're not proactive. Now that's not the bottom line. They're not able to prevent situation. Just now you will see that a lot of recruits in the streets. Recruits all Kuboko. Tell me to recruits na Kuboko in the way Waka Waka. What is able to do if man the network about the wildness and John Mumbai. So all of things then they will not blame American embassy. What they said was that true thing, we police they're really true. You understand? I mean, especially this festivity where people then they don't know employ, people don't know their job, people don't want to survive. We all see the rampant if they happen or we country where nobody know will let them talk later in the back of country. But these are actual things that are happening. Tony.
Yes, Tony. That just FP that side. That's true because even to the police, I think when they don't use this one day, I think somebody go na station, somebody go na 98.1, they try to talk something, so they get hotline they put in place. If they na the station, they call, they not go through, you say maybe a network. The problem here is just like when the doctors they go on strike. I believe I not believe the constitution or the police the mandate the get a mandate for go on strike. If they get a mandate for go on strike, I believe they certainly for not go on strike for action government for maybe do the logistics. Just like as you see, the response is very slow due to logistics. They don't get logistics.
Okay.
The free line for them get to that they engage. No problem. That the handset we didn't get, I don't know for today or tomorrow, something we don't reach. The handset we didn't get, what do they use for communicate? They need to reach na Calbaton. Only the base set. So how policeman go the patrol within Calbaton, you able reach and which they call them. That's they use telephone. So all those things they need for get and they need for get more patrol vehicles. Still for traffic duty, they don't get a patrol. Yet you just stay on one checkpoint, they look for vehicles where they can pass. As you pass, they go the overload back. They don't get patrol vehicles. So I believe this government, if they look up to because security is more paramount. If it is once they don't come, they say, okay, we need this. Look at the survey request. Now they grab, they say, we need this, we need most of them things here for you, so that we will protect people that will work for you for cure the other people. So we know what they do before I come. Security update. Every month, if they get police, they can't complain, they don't disarm them. Since they find out say it is money, they get more arms and ammunition on hand because inside OSG they come, they say they disarm them yesterday, inside go lay ambush. Who that's something for go lay ambush, then boss man? How you go say one get somebody for go lay ambush? Then like Waterloo on bypass, she go lay ambush. The way can say don't disarm them, they don't put a weapon on hand. So the good thing they will contribute to the NPR. The other thing they ask government need for the enforcement people here, give them more logistics so that they will do them effectively. And some of their command posts they do very senior people they get. At least they need to get more training for them to meet up. Like when I do theory, for them to catch up. There is a lot more to do. Just like with the nurses, the doctors in the strike.
Okay, and before I bring Aaron, the advice will continue. Local police lack the resources, capacity, and training to respond effectively to serious criminal incidents. Yes, Aaron.
Well, that last part of the way, it just kind of still with the U.S. and to be mentioned. Not that America, they kick on their loyalty, that contribute too bad. Otherwise, they don't send them the ambassador. Tell me this: if an ambassador did na some meeting or gathering, then go and keep his phone, and keep the policeman when at the end of the police and keep his phone. I mean, there has to be reason for say, property no, the system for let property be protected. You know, if you get your citizen and they go on the side, not because they hate America, now caution then it is. Just like I say, every day why they go, take train. When the train go full, the conductor will come on. Puts away your jewelry, then they make the announcement in it. You know, otherwise, if they refuse to say the country so bad, they don't say that. That very last part of the press release, it tells it all. You know, not the reason. One thing with America not like the shepherd way go left 99 sheep in a field. They run after the one way don't go astray. You know, remember say another give reference they can send them the people in for go rescue their own citizens there. Now their way of thinking, no matter what you born, if they know say the citizens then they. If not, they no go. They will throw out to make sure say when I get to be very careful when I go, because certain things are not there as far with the way they're for day, and that not to. I'm not saying now kind of bad advice on that. You know, they say Americans don't travel to Sierra Leone. They're not saying that. And then they say this is now the festive season. You therefore be very careful so you go. Even a year again, and they see that, and they make them comments, and then they call people and then they caution them. So you get for be very careful. I watch one audio video where somebody saying that this woman come out England go Nigeria. If you ever we take your money 90 phone, then they try to go turn the phone on and pull the phone. All them things and they, you know, they all go well. The government, and not to Salone no more than they do. Now because now Salone will pay attention to. They are why they send their way Americans and they travel. Even in Europe, then they make them some of them statements there. Then they make them statements there. You know, so now we no more get for Fenway we will make sure say. We people and therefore be very careful. It's not just about the police. We know the police they're limited. But certain things and the way people themselves said the good thing we make police and they work so well now inside there. Now the cooperation with them they get through the public. You know, some man don't go commit crime. Or if in terms of people will call police attention, say, watch you, observe, to make telephone call. You know, but so, and I'm just hoping, say, not to that desire for, say, let low damage the tarnish the character of Sierra Leone, you know. So now that way they missing.
Okay, now we don't talk small body police, we don't talk, because there's a trend we happen a week now. We responsible people already go Salone, then they vent their frustration about Sierra Leoneans going back home. I don't read a note to 1, note to 2, note to 3 on social media. Say we people already left now the diaspora for go back home. From the airport, then they begin misbehave. Then they misbehave say now the flight. Now so then go they misbehave they. Like simple instructions, okay, close the cabin, where you don't do this, do that, they know they do them. Then it's like they know they take control. When they reach Salone, somebody even go to the extent say when they reach Salone, when they say, okay, you know, so then can tell you say, if you sit down, you sit Belfast and where the plane, the taxi take reach to the gate or whatever. It's always see the reach Salone. Now I wouldn't tell them for sit down and this guy grab. I would reach Salone, alone not there. So they're not able to do nothing. A grab, he open the cabin, something for them pass somebody else day. How can you do that? We wait, Kindena, they talk fine, say, Salone people on only then do then this. But we ready for go. That same clothes, I don't know if you can know IBAM, all the jati we can know ink by the clothes, now they take now away. We're ready now for misbehave, sober one. I think this is uncalled for. Another thing say, another person say what then at the airport time, even get for call their own flight in them say, una way they wait for so and so. Please listen before una go come misunderstand we. And this na flight will be the go Salone. How can we do that? And now we go down at the diaspora, they talk against waiting not fine, but when we ready for go, the closer they work for go and look and they don't enter. I think we need for wake up. We already come on at the diaspora for go. Now we for set the example. Now we they talk say, oh, lawlessness bokuna Salone. But the one will they go with a one passive, the one will meet the. I think so we really need for wake up.
Abraham.
Yes.
Abraham. You make a laugh. But really and truly, not truly talk. The one that we come on and we then go serve the previous regime. This previous regime, we come on the diaspora. Now they mess up more past the one that we made on the ground. The one that we come on the diaspora, we will see them come on now start with them know how the rule of law and whatever they work. It's already for maintaining integrity of the citizen. If you get problem with integrity, now you just say they resign, not so even before the pressure they count on you. Now then go there mess up. Just watch. Even if APC gets a lot of problems, now the one that will come out the diaspora and go mess them up. The president gets fault, he has to share the blame. But I mean, you know, if it's not Salome no more now, bro. That's in a common thing. Let me say the system therefore work. If any Salome person will go, let the lock off.
Very good example.
Let the lock off. Everybody will mess up. Let the lock off. Yeah.
Tony.
Yeah.
I'm glad the way Cow this talk last before the election. On a beginning, I have the talks with me for me. Anybody will come on the diaspora, I know I didn't give a position because most of the honorables and ministers will misperform. And then see now most of them now they come out and they see this same government they repeat that again because most people from the diaspora for will give a position. And then say we wait now we know say and this if you know take somebody we don't do that ground. You make them in charge of some certain areas where people will feel the economy in their pocket. Believe me, who will come on our go, official on this go back na official that would get rich AC na abroad here would be. But the economics with the under which is far different. Just like when you get to the go talk, the person where they say the economy they for feel and pocket. But what would they will talk for feel and the table. And most of those brothers are all common and brother. They really perform. They really perform. I remember the show like they had in a state house, they say diaspora party. Whether diaspora office will be open. Most benefits they can go to the people of Salone. Most benefits. Because we remember say yes, we remember say that diaspora office for don't go like this office the president creates to say innovation. I believe say that office they for don't do better thing than this innovation office.
Okay, make I just carry to the last topic for today. I be just want more than the quick one for them. We where the commodity say we they go for go holiday and waiting. Yes, Aaron.
30 seconds. Let me say something. That so to know it's not the problem. Some of them the common I will feel the one who they back home with better pastor. We not for subordination subject to the laws of the land. Now that's not the problem. Just like how Tony and the people who corrupt the country more when it comes to politics when it comes to government, in fact. That's why we don't live and study and go abroad. Now then go Shaka Stevens intended, what is Shaka Stevens intended? Then people like it say, Pamaga in the 10. Then part of the way they begin to say a position. No, for say they're not be. Then part of the way beneath civil service. Don't for say they're not been doing something them. But the one they will come out with some man and doctors. So some man, may I tell you some power, if I tell you what they do, we'll go and I'll fix it, while people and say, oh, we all that. Now lie. We struggle. So man, just want to go with bluff next select. For saying, we don't can America or England or France, it better pass the mouth in us. Now the mentality that that person will open that air luggage up, now play them before arrest them and lock them up. And what the government for do? Anybody we fall short. Even though they let follow people that they go vacation. We don't go vacation, go to the law. Anybody who break the law, if subject to the law, they go penalize them. That's so loose, that's so out of. Now I tell you, some people in now they way they abroad, you not go believe them. Even abroad not refine them. People that the common Canada inside they are following you refine for where to country. Whether the government should go into. Now the mindset that now backwardness will not change.
Okay. On this topic of the whole talk, so we get a lot of people they comment, but the way we get to me more na Hassan Kamara say the cabin story you talk not true. Well, that's not what the person say happen. A person will get frustrated and they explain what happened at the flight. And he also he say not for paint everyone with the same brush. Definitely we not paint everyone with the same brush, but when we talk, we not get for begin say this person and that person. No, we talk about Sierra Leoneans where they go misbehave. Now the one they talk about here now. Abi Kamara say yes, some other people and they agree, say now so some people can come out here they go. We just play to everybody where they come out here they go, for let we abide by the law. Like the last time I talk and I say me where I go, traffic warden pull me over and I pull over, I say where you license again me license, he look at, he tell me thank you very much sir. I take my license back, I tell him thank you for your work, then I drive off. Somebody again, by the same story I talk, so somebody say he admire the people the way they work in the airport. He say because with even where some people and be they misbehave by them, some be just the smile and keep calm. That now waiting the person say this waiting at the talk show now waiting frustration of things the way people write about their experience when they go salon. So not to say anything when I make up story. And if you don't they go salon, like me I go salon 2-3 times every year. So I know exactly what thing they happen. No person they tell me. So now just that what they say. Now they take a last story for the day. And this they be for Ibrahim Tommy, where they call on President Bio for make a continue that process for review the constitution. Let me hear what he say.
For nearly 12 years now, we don't try for get a new constitution. It start with the late President Kabai administration, former President Krumakam. Now we have a new administration. Till now we not get a new constitution. We don't spend huge amount of resources, plenty time, nothing much not happen. The good news is that we have a report with Justice Kawan in committee do, and we get plenty other ideas than for get a new constitution. So we call journalists for use on a platform for ask President Bio and the government for kindly resume the constitutional review process because we think they don't stall. And remember, way back in May this year, where the president they addressed Parliament and the nation by extension, he make an undertaking say in government they look at the Justice Khan report and take steps for get a new constitution.
Since May, where the president been talk say he will look inside this constitutional review process. Up till now, we not see nothing where he don't do. Waiting call the call for.
We want and make the president make good on a publicly stated commitment to resuming the constitutional review process. I know say plenty things go on they happen, but we believe say plenty things can happen plus work on the constitution. So not to even for say money not there is not an excuse. For say plenty they go on, not to an excuse. The constitutional review process is perhaps more important as far as we are concerned than anything else in a country. Without a strong constitution where everything has to flow from, even if you take many steps forward, there's a chance that you come back. Which is why the beginning, the basis of any development or democratic process is a good constitution. So we will hope say the president and team go get this message and they go act without delay. Since May to now, me not hear or see anything it where they show say the government want to do that.
So how important a constitutional review or a new constitution for Salone?
It's very, very important because as we can always say, not to president or government make constitution. Now the constitution, now make president, now make government. So in other words, for let even elect a president every 5 years. Now that the constitution say, for let get the judiciary, for let get the police important. As I been talked to some police officers a few days ago, if you conveniently violate the constitution, especially guarantees under the constitution for not keep detaining for more than 10 days or 3 days as the case may be, and you're very convenient about that, you're very happy about that, it means your very basis as a police force now they undermine, because it means that you not even respect the document will create you as an institution. So in addition to making a good constitution, I think citizens they really need to forget an appreciation of the relevance of the constitution and why anybody for be slow, really extremely slow in deliberately violating any of the provisions of the constitution.
Okay, now you dey talk about resume of the constitution. Why?
And they say resume because maybe they believe say the process don't stall. Under the previous administration, we get a report, then get a botched white paper, where of course one man go choose for forget about. The new administration don't promise for do something better, but we not see anything in it. We get a seminar a couple of weeks ago. We invite government ministries, including the Ministry of Justice, the Attorney General Minister of Justice in the office. Nobody not show up. Citizens they don't know. We want for know, but not only waiting government they do perhaps behind the scenes, but one for 6 steps for make sure so we get a good constitution. Because let us be clear, all of what they do or we done they do for the last 20-30 years, maybe you go say good effort, commend them, but there is no way we get for transform this country, overcome with many human rights and development democratic challenges without a strong legal document. The 1991 constitution of course get plenty of flaws. We need for addressing flaws in there.
Okay, is it that this constitution na the reason we make we don't see unlawful arrest of people that they say that they violate the right?
The constitution weak in many respects, but even as weak as this, we get provisions them where they guard against arbitrary arrest, or indeed if they arbitrarily arrest you, that's why the judiciary exists for make sure say you seek redress. The truth is that plenty of the institutions they are weak. My hope or our hope is that a new constitution will look at some of the reasons why the institutions they are weak and create safeguards against human rights abuses, but also mechanisms for redress. Plenty of them violations there they go without any compensation because we not really get a strong regime for compensation for violation of human rights. So there's a whole lot that needs to change with a new constitution, which is why me think say the single biggest effort where any government can make for transform our country, for lay a foundation for the future, now for get a good constitution. You only need to pick up the Ghanaian constitution, the South African constitution, the Kenyan constitution, for make you know where leaders they want move forward or where a society want move forward. The first thing where they do now forget a good constitution. Now that everything else they flow from.
Well, that's now Ibrahim Tommy, when the Executive Director for Center for Accountability and the Rule of Law, when they talk on that interview with Theodore Arena, outside the call on President Bio for member the statements where he don't make na Parliament during the state's opening, say he will look back inside the Constitutional Review Committee, the recommendation them where they be make.
Well, we don't hear. Yes, NSC. You are waiting Ibrahim Tommy be say and we will begin talk. We will be just start this now. What do you want to add?
Well, me, I just want to continue to say. Obviously, Ibrahim Tommy say, you get me? Okay, and Papa, you get me now? It's clear.
It is not the center of
Yeah, continue.
Just what we can be say. Everything Ibrahim Tomi say is perfectly correct. Any leader who want for left mark, you really come for take the country to another level. The first thing we do, the constitution, now to try for make you harmonize the constitution for every Sierra Leonean, everybody feel belong. Because we don't see social leaders really come and go just like Abishi Aya. When they come, they use the constitution. Like this 1991 constitution, it doesn't matter like you told them the right time and just select few people. They can write, and then they go back to the people that go and go their pass and say we don't amend the constitution of 1991. And from that time, 1991 to now, and then they can just go to and pull half. Like right now, Mother B one pull half of Dandy, just one leaf. This libel law for let go adjust them. That one is not enough. Let them review the whole constitution so that people will feel belong. So such a thing will be putting in that constitution they match again. Then laws that they don't own. Now we try for match up and catch up with the world. No, we don't go depend now. Oh no more. Then we push it because of that's no loophole. So such a thing within the constitution, leaders they always take advantage of that. Like what you told me, the Chilean shacking and which they call ya. But we don't get strong laws. We don't take a serious election. As long as we go for vote, together you vote for. As long as the two political parties continue for the, that's what we split there for the. But if we don't get a solid constitution, we will protect each and every Sierra Leone within our key place. I believe so. Not within at this end. Then forget for avoiding serious fighting here when we come. This batch here come, we come to your people. Where politicians then, when they come after election, they can concentrate on development. I'm not going to look like Rwanda. Look, Rwanda where they don't get the genocide. Look where this president come. Look what he do. When he took time down, now people they say no, go back. Where you know quants, 90 this will enjoy a developing country. These are some of the things we want for see. What really come is say an 10-year normal debt or a 5-year normal debt like local people the will also support me also for too long. Yes, that is true. But there are other ways that you say create job. You go put the people that they but not when people that don't establish themselves. Then again, this time election too, even the one who they get for employment now, don't always make sure you get employment letters. They don't give you letters, appointment letters. But some of the people that they do have the knowledge, just work close to money and say can't be work now. So how you defend yourself? And put them a payroll and begin pay them. So until we be try for change some of them pattern here, this count, you people that would they go, the shack all man, this day, and then they work well. So we want for adding voice again to Ibrahim Tomi and Abdul's government. They are that own constitution, where that part be done left. We don't die, it go. Let the panel die, and then we self die. Yeah, let this government look into them and try for see. If the HF table make some amendments and bring account to the public, then we go into a referendum. We vote. Let them put this, we don't forget about this 1991 constitution. We are the big proper government. We are the big mother bill. We are the people then that they don't choose you for being a leader. Now we are all the cry for the 1991 constitution to make it really good. New constitution before the time of office is done. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. Yes, Tony.
Yeah, if you say the constitutional review way previous governments don't they do, because we see even during Pakaba time they made an attempt, EBK scam, they try to make an attempt. Me feel say we not just get for just left on the political parties and where they in power for do because basically what can happen, they actually try for look at the broader picture of waiting the affect we. There's so many things that were in that constitution they really need for review, because imagine from 1991 the modern trends, a lot of things have changed. I mean, times and technology and this and that. I remember one time where somebody threatened somebody with text message. And I tell me the work. say we will kidnap in Pekin or in family, this, that. When you go to the books, you know that's another book now, we books them. If person goes sue you in a court now, say this person said text message, say they kill me. I mean, we not get on the books say they didn't say yes, man, because anybody can manipulate, you can assist them something. So some of them little things then we need for put on our books then, because with everything they change. We plead to the government, especially this government. Me plead to them is we really need a constitution day for making not just try for cater for one political party, right? Cater for Sierra Leone, even the years unborn. You know, allow that provision. Now, Salone are the only place you will see an expatriate will take 10 years. It will take 5 years. You understand? Expatriate business, if you work for a company, the bottom line you train, you get a succession plan. You get somebody within that period in time where they study or a trainee. Within, say you can for 6 months. So immediately within that 6 months, that person they don't really grounded on the job, and then you can go. But we see even when jobs in foreign companies or multinational companies they come with everybody. And if you watch, that the constitution not protect you on anything. You see, companies braving car with carpenter, braving car with plumber, braving car with certain things. There are certain things that they wait for the spare out. At the time against the labor law within of the constitution. The labor law of the constitution now one thing where now a killer thing for everybody where they not make provision for you as Sierra Leone. That much more in waiting and court. The foreigner will come and tell you Sierra Leone being the poorest country in the world where you ever work. But in the bag the highest pay where you never get in a country where developers alone. You understand what I mean? So but they say the country poor. And when you look at those shifts of resources we for don't use for develop we country for pay Sierra Leoneans and use their money then they for make them develop Salone. We pay those money to expatriates. Now we are setting up a commission of inquiries. How many $1,000 where they can go? Because some of those lawyers they're not even Sierra Leoneans. Somebody go say for independence sake for let them would be more objective. But even one way they come, they can even guide them. If the person in the power get the money for bribe them, they can still bribe them. So they're not still independent. Say they're not going to take sides. You understand? They are human beings. You understand? So for me, it's high time we really review the constitution, make it be meaningful, not to review constitution for review sake. Now we touch things that what we know say we're able for develop the life of Sierra Leoneans. Not to aspect the way for deal with say, okay, president go for stay in power for 3 terms, or they go for deal with their own person against them. Against everybody along the chain, every Sierra Leoneans will say yes. This law will then change on this side, a labor law will in a new interest, you understand? It really make a work and on it for thieves and because the thing when the people in the thief now because we have bad laws then. Now we know they enforce we laws then. People in the thief for bills, people in the thief for bad for do whatever things then because we know the laws then are the books then. Somebody will interpret and this way, the way other person will interpret and quite different. We take the case study of this case where happened between the 70-year-old of age man and the 14 years. Now, they're waiting in the book say from I think 1 day to almost here or so. So you see there are lapses. You see, there are a whole lot of lapses. Now, so somebody said going for interpret other laws then we go get against. Like when you damage government property, like right now, if you damage company vehicle, like them previous one that we don't serve in the government, they go catch you say you don't damage government property. The books, if you watch waiting, then are the books where you for fine you, came out, you're not going to buy the motor. You're not going to buy waiting for. So you cannot constant review that will take place wherein reviews them were very, very important. Not so one that we just decide one political party or people them, but holistic one way just for dealing with how Salone will move forward. Because I tell you, if even again we touch them things and then we're able to put the effectiveness for law with monitors on anything and the police force. They say you will call a line say you know they will get them, which is true. Because they know if they're in the books for how effective then things they happen. So there's a whole lot of lapses, a whole lot of things. And what do they see right now what happen right now in this sack termination of voting in court? In that place what we did, you sack somebody, he don't go on unemployment and you go for the pay and take their job. You know they happen in our country. You understand? Because the government knows if I sack the way I have terminated, I got responsible for these people then, say and get a job. it will be think twice. But again, I'm not saying that's the topic of discussion on this termination will happen. Say, I see somebody you want to another letter away from Ministry of Sports where they say they also reapply. We didn't tell where you tell the structure. The commercial department, sales department, sales and distribution department. What they did was everybody applied on the job. They didn't terminate nobody. Everybody applied. They interviewed everybody back. You understand? And see based on people, because some people basically they don't get the academic credentials, but they have the working experience. They even have a wealth of experience. For somebody when I graduate, come out, Fabi College, or come out, Ipam, or come out, Jala. You understand? Yes, and these people that were there on the job now, then they train the one that we come out, college can do. So based on my point when they try for say now these people were not qualified, they were not based on waiting. Just for saying based on academics or based on experience. You understand? You know, just terminate somebody no more, you just terminate them because they do restructuring. Some of these people have been on this job, they know the job, they just tell like somebody went up where do you understand? It's why when he went to like America. America not all jobs basically then they look for qualifications. They look for the experience on the job because they don't want to spend more cost again for can train the people the way they can. Now it will be more cost on the government say NASCOM. The cow graduates and now it's okay, they are get people. They come out America, they come out England, they come out this, they come on the job. They don't have the technical know-how of the job. They have to be trained. It's an expense on the government again. You understand? So we don't look for certain things that when we go and say restructuring, these are people that for apply. Some of these people and then just need training. How many training and the way that people get opportunity for go? When training come now, then your family is member then the same. With the same in the sports, even in this. People that were not concerned about sports now, then go represent Salone, go with an entourage. If 5 people they go take part, you see then they go with over 50-man delegation. The 45 people are not even concerned to the sports when they go represent. You know, so all of things that they will, if we decide to address issue of termination or this or that, we have to go back to the drawing board and watch the people. Some of the people, they already know their jobs. They might not have the qualifications. You understand? So, I mean, in the bottom line, if we address what's in the book, now make sure, say, it be 360 degrees. We not just look at one angle, not an angle, we not look at 360 degrees, let everybody along the chain. Let it concern everybody because if Salone for move forward, these are the little things. These are the little things, not so the big things that they go capu will sustain. Because you don't forget the resources for it sustain some of them. Even education. Next is we even rush in the education. This free education. If we don't spend time plan those things, because the government account for almost 2 terms, 5 years. In the second year, you can implement the free education project. But now what we see, there are a lot of pitfalls. Yes, they're bound to happen. But, I mean, next time, we know they rush in certain things. They don't set the base. Let the base or the foundation really, really strong before we pick up certain things there. I'm not concerned only for the Constitution. Okay. At least let the government listen to Carl. I mean, to me. Make them see if they really, really want to listen. Or probably that not going to be of importance to them. But it's a very good thing, and we really need to address some of them things, especially the labor law. Me don't concern the labor law.
All right. Yes, Aaron.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that was so well structured, so well said by both men before me. Honestly, I would tell you, you know, Tommy, people like Tommy, when I listen to her, you know, I was so moved by it. I mean, it tells you the reason why, and it makes every bit of sense why we need to review the Constitution. People are like Fatoma, you know. Remember what he said to the media. He said, I mean, I reach out to Nakole, just like we say, Ole carry the message to the government. You see. Now, these are the people really working at the back, where you know they see, not to members of parliament, not to ministers, not to head of parastatals. But these are the engine, these kind of people. These are the engine where they drive society forward. You know, when we Salone get people like that, I mean, they can come up with this kind of brilliant, I mean, critical suggestion. I think it will make every sense for make government follow through. There are times when government not want to do constitutional review or review of constitution, maybe you know who fit well with thing they do. But you know, something people always do we left the name in our society. Now people that we go against the general trend of things. We take hard decisions. We come and say, you know what, I do is not for just for today, but for the benefit of society tomorrow. The government gets a look at that. And it tells also why the media, the press, gets a role for play and the development of Sierra Leone. Some of these things, not enough for interview the man, not too much for follow-up, get idea, go to parliamentarians then, go to key opposition members then, which one I think about what this man says, propagate them, and because it makes every sense, and totally to the point, no way what government will say, which move government will take. It's essential because constitution not the driver of every country. That is when we get them in place and follow. Just like what we said earlier, no constitution not the way perfect. No country not the way the constitution perfect. The thing with constitution is that as life they go on, as time they go on, there is need for a review of our, for a revisiting of the constitution, for make amend as things they develop. There are times when they write, constitution, there were nothing about how for guide a thing like social network. But when technology comes, all that comes as a way, as a rule and regulation with government or with people then get for follow. So we get for, we not go there in the 21st century. We all stick to a constitution. We in something of the 20th century later. He make reference to that particular way with that man we get involved with because of within the law say 1 day to 100 years. Yes, we get. I just make references to that. We get to look at some of them things today. It makes every sense. It makes every sense. Look at we thought earlier say I don't know. We don't know. I know say you listeners then go one for me whether the Chief Justice will be resign or something happen or anything. Maybe in a follow-up program we will look at that. Waiting they go on because the judiciary has to be independent. We're hoping that to not get pressured for resign. Because part of what make the police force effective, they're all part of the judiciary. The judiciary get to be independent. Yes, now somebody my president will appoint a Chief Justice, but when once they're in that position, they not forget any political affiliation. So all them things in the 9 Constitution they look at. So I'll just talk to that.
Okay, I think we don't play a role for today. Make we just round up and waiting will be a final statement for today's program and for the Christmas ahead of we. Yes, Senesi, waiting a final statement for today.
We will final statement. So I just want for on behalf of Sarah Network Radio and Michelle and the family. I want to wish all the listeners a happy Christmas, and I want to wish all a prosperous New Year, and I want to tell them plenty thank you to all the fans them we always do with free. We send them text messages them and they call. We want to say plenty thank you to Una, and we want to say Una can still get my own contribution now. How Una want the program would go for 2019. I believe she will get more good things than they come for now. And for the country as a whole, we want to see plenty good things. We will see plenty of brothers that don't go this year. We don't say they don't go. Every year or every time the government change, you get people, set of people where they go. They don't go. But the thing here is not for sure. Salone, and we get time. No go there for rebuild Salone and not make Salone a better place. No make Salone a country who don't care, who go sit down and get with pension, money. Salone and the only country will get. So therefore see how we will and not help the government. say not to be on party this, not to be on party this. No, we left down there. The only way how we will build Salone, now we will push ourselves together. We say we are all Sierra Leoneans, we came from Sierra Leone. So don't we try to see how we will help government and do your little corner. So I will say, now I will stop and once more all of us wish all the fans a happy Christmas and a blessed 2019. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Senesi Brema. Yes, Tony Ture Jones, what think will be final for today?
Yeah, the final message now for just tell we listeners then. I just want for two the same line like Senesi. Tell them thank you for the audience. You know, it's been up and down, you know, this 2018. And we just wish say we contribute with love so much, because if we come on here and discuss issues, we're discussing issues where we say the one the way they govern will look after God and them. We therefore they're not for give blind eyes to. We just give your own contributions. But in as much as we didn't know we only to corner, we concern for the country. And we ask us Sierra Leoneans, some people they may don't try before, then try for invest back home and get challenges, probably a lot of bottleneck situation for make them get them documents them. Some not through family problem, some not through other issues or challenges. With a big government cannot do everything. The government even at them country the way we did, apart from the one way the Australia. That's what government they provide jobs for we. Now, some jobs that we do in the private sector. And it takes the private sector for let you complement the work of the government for make we take Sierra Leone to a different level. And one person we don't contribute in that vein day as a private man and in team, you know, now Abraham Akenta, you understand, we call AAA, they don't contribute only to parts. And with the big whoever within any corner, you understand? So probably you go and go to school in your village. Or probably you go outside in the work, you get access to certain things the way they go need in your village. Let us not look with people their attitude. Now what you want American president say that's what your country will do for you, now what you will do for your country. Let we wherever person who will live in the world, let we try, let we not forget Salone. There is no place like home. We not say yes, some people don't come and don't adapt to the system, but remember say some of we, now we not come for the cow. Now we just milk. Now we just get the milk and go back. You know, the milk, I mean, you will go able for produce and sell them and do good thing there with the milk. You understand? But you can still left the cow now. Anytime you can milk. You understand? But in as much as people, when we listen, let's say we get people that will listen from different sides, when I get connected to different political parties on the ground, when I let you know they politicize everything. If we decide to politicize a lot of things, this sack, it will continue, Salone will go no side. Because any regime change, instead they come with the same strategy and go out for a peace and pay the people them when they support them back. So we are with a big the APC, SAPP, NGC, whatever party we be, if you able to lay your voice or whoever, NTR, I mean, you know, rational. And offices for the people in December, you're ready for the lost job, like say Salone in a recession. Salone not get a recession. You understand? There's a whole lot of money where the government is generates through different means, not tight up several things there, no waivers, no nothing. So those areas, they are all savings. Now money then we already did. You understand? So we're not in a recession. So with the big, please, we want let Salone go before. But now we not see one political party or one tribe no more than 50 they want to monopolize everything. They not go help we. You know go carry Salone go no side. Because APC can't do now, they will do the same thing. And then even worse past una. Una know them say them sabi do a more. So we are the big. Yeah. Now we laugh for them, they really laugh for Tony.
All right, thank you very much, Tony. Yes, Salone Rashidi.
What you use for with them? Where's the
APC sabi do am. This Salone, this Ambalamaka said SFPP they do so. Because APC do an SF now is I saw them this. And then comes to the sabi do am. I know they say, I mean, we don't go for some blind eyes. But APC said that sabi, now they enforce me this sack. You understand, eh? So we get a big. Now we don't see this kind of trend. I came to go establish in big industry, this now Salone, my politics can make in business go on.
Yes, Arun.
Well, I want to say Merry Christmas to everybody, Christian, Muslim, non-believer. We all now one when it comes to the occasion there, and I hope say whatever situation you find yourself, remember say God not left you and He be with you. You're not going to be happy at this time, but God got a reason why. I wish you the very best and pleasant Christmas. I want to tell the media thank you, and don't be a kind of very important role. They don't play a very important role in this program. We also want to tell the police thank you. Notwithstanding all the difficulties, I think they do more than we see. Or the year, but now the shortcomings, the number we can look at. Also, I want to say thank you to the doctors that decide for call of the strike. Salone, just like how my colleagues been saying, now we all get there's no place like home, and I would say we would try to do it best. We come on here, we don't live abroad. In as much as we go for go enjoy, we safe back home because now we can enjoy ourselves more. And we not look down on the one that will meet the low, respect them, because I would tell you the most honest, resourceful, the most committed, the most straightforward, the bulk of them, brilliant Sierra Leoneans, they're not there abroad, they're in Sierra Leone. The circumstances can make, some things can happen, but with people, the best resources with Sierra Leone get tonight, the individual, the people, they will get, I hope we all go pray for the good of the country. Let God bless Sierra Leone, not just for picking them in generations, thanks for come, and thank you all for our attention. We talk not say we savvy person, I know some of now they listen to we. We'll find some shortcomings, some mistakes that we make, some things that we will see and not like, but most members they will make mistakes. We just try, we turn our support, and make we let follow on the call and participate in the program. We thank you, and we hope say next week we will come back to now. God bless everybody, wherever you listen from.
Thank you very much to Aaron Rashidin, Tony Ture Jones, and to you, Senesi Burma. Thank you, guys.